Hey, it's me recording tonight's video because for some weird whatever reason Facebook and my OBS don't want to talk to each other. So here we go. Let's get going. The doodles are exceptionally hyper right now. So I'll make tonight a little more interesting. Let me kind of move stuff along here. Alright, we're going to get started. So we got a bunch of things that we need to do here, actually. We've got a couple of draws to do, so let's get our butts going here. So we're going to need this off of here. We're doing the draw for the Stampin' Club for March for anybody who made a full-fledged purchase with me. So and there was only 2 people, so I'm just going to get the wheel going. And yeah, I probably should get another one of these in play. Easily. Alright. Alright, it's working. Alright, so let's start between 1 and 2. I'm right-handed, so let me just go this way. Alright, here we go. We got 2 purchasers. Good luck. And it's Elaine. You won a little prize from me. I'll be in touch with you on what that may be. I gotta think of something. So that's 1. So the next up is the previous week, April 4th video. We had 4 watchers that I'm aware of. So I'm just gonna get that prepped here. Yep, the doodles are having zoomies. Zoomies. Yay. Not really where I want to be tonight. We had a good walk already, and there's still zoomies. Alright, so we had 4 people who watched the video. Well, let's give this... Ooh, someone had a good whack there. Let's give this a good couple spins. Alright. So Ivy is doing exceptionally well, and she's just running. Alright, so number 4 wins. And that's Jenny. And April 4th was from the card class stuff, so that's a little prize right there. Which congrats to Jenny. Trying to remember what it is now. Okay, it'll be one of these cards. Ironically, she already has some of these, so we'll have to chat with her on how she wants her prize. Alright, that was March class. And lastly, last week we only had 1 person who watched this recording video, and that's Angelique, so you will get that card in the mail. So there we go. That's the sum of the prizes. So here's what's happening. Facebook is not being a happy kitty today. It's not making me a happy kitty. I don't know. Just for some weird reason, it's just not talking to... OBS and Facebook are not talking to each other, hence the technical difficulties tonight, which sucks. I'm not too impressed with it. My IT guy started looking into it, but it's like, yeah, I'm like, look, don't worry about it tonight. You know, we'll look at, for all I know, it could be fine tomorrow. Yeah, the kids are hyper. So Ivy's doing really, really well. She's doing that well. Hi! Who is this one? Oh, I got Buddy here hiding under Mommy. And she's now... Oh, hi! So that's Ivy! Hi, good girl! How you doing, princess? Yeah, she's hyper. Oh, well. Okay, we're going to go on with tonight. And I think tonight is really only going to be the plan of my Galactic Happy Mail. I don't think I'm going to do anything extra on video because I got to get this uploaded to Facebook and YouTube tonight. So here we go. I'm just going to get my bundle of goodies out, because this project was a presentation that I did for our Stampin' Up team. So here we go. So it includes a whole bunch of components. We have the Stamped with Love stamps. We have the Reach for the Stars stamps and dies that are featured. I've already done a lot of work pre-ahead because I did this as a presentation. We have the Glossy Dot Assortment. We've got Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And then we've got an envelope full of stuff. The DSP, the Designer Series paper, was Stargazing, which is a space paper, the Zoo Crew, and the Just Kidding. So let's get this going. I'm not going to show you what it is. I might have to die cut tonight, actually. I just realized that now. Okay. We got to do some of the steps. So this requires a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay, my envelope is empty. All right, so here we go. We're just going to start assembling and throwing this together and seeing what it turns into. So you can already see some stuff already, my friends. We might have to do a bit of stamping, but that's okay. So essentially, actually might not. We'll see. A lot of pieces here, as you can see. All right, so, and I got my notes. Here's how the challenge went. Ahead of time, we were told, roll a dice 6 times, write down the numbers. I had 6, 6, 4, 4, 6, 5. And my rendition of this was dice number 6, pick an item. Dice number 6, pick an item. So I got rhinestones and gems, hence where, that's what these are. Number 4 was a front flap for a style. I had another 4, but I could substitute. Ow, I just whacked my mouth. I was going to do a thank you, but ended up being a thinking of you card. I had a 6 again, so I substituted for watercolor technique, and then DSP for the number 5. So it was like a bit of a puzzle that their team does a presentation of, but still quite fun. All right, so we're going to put this card. So I got Fresh Freesia. This is 8.5 by 5.5, fold in half as normal. I might be a little bit speedy because I gotta get some rest tonight. And we're doing the landscape orientation. And I have here a piece of 5 by 4.25. So on the 5-inch side, fold in half. And it's not letting me. I'm having the worst week. Like the other day, my phone network was all messed up. I had to get a new SIM card. Turns out I wasn't receiving calls for like 5 days. Oh boy, you know. Okay, this folding was beautiful. Happy little trees, happy little trees. Yeah, just my week is just... Alright, so I got this fold in half, where we're going to go the other way. So essentially, this opening is going to go on here for a really unique front flap thing happening. So we're going to use this Stampin' Seal Plus, and here we go. I'd say put a good generous amount on there to keep it from wiggling out. And put it on top to bottom as best I can. Doesn't have to be super perfect, but as long as it's on there pretty good. Alrighty. So we're going to come back to that in a moment. I just want to get the cardstock portion done. So then next up, and among all my goodies here, is I got a white piece of cardstock stamped I Like You, and that is from that stamp and that stamp combined. Do one at a time. And the Orchid Oasis color, so that's going to get glued on normal, because we're doing a Thinking of You card here. And this is the basic white cardstock. I got a die cut tonight. I didn't realize I had to. Forgot that. I'll get to it. So that the inside's done. So pretty, eh? Really cool. So the outside. What are you kids doing? I have no idea. So for our stargazers, we need this piece of improperly sized, but that's okay. It's supposed to fill that inside duration, but oh well, stuff happens. It should be 5.25 by 4. Somehow my cutting went a little skewed. And that just covers that. That way it kind of helps put that together. And then we have these two pieces. So this is 4 by 2.25. So one on there, and the other one's going to go on there. I know, kids. It's like, okay, now that I'm recording, they're under me. Alright, so again, the more Stampin' Seal Plus. And just put that on there. And then on the front, put that guy on there. Just to kind of create a nice decorative background. Alright, so far good. And then on the front flap, we have a planet to put on. And that's going to glue that on with regular glue. Again, from the Stargazing stuff. So kind of, sort of, like up there. And then we have, from the Zoo Crew, this critter hanging out here. It's going to get glued on with dimensionals. Once I find my dimensionals. And this was already fussy cut well ahead of time. Because trust me, you do not want to watch me fussy cut in camera for the next 2 hours. More or less. Alright. Oh, now Buddy's digging for China. Okay, so that gets glued on with dimensionals. And then, if you vaguely remember, I got a whole bunch of these envelopes. Those are going to go with our friend here. Now I got more stuff knocking everywhere. So, this stamp is from, I'll tell you in a moment, the Stamped with Love. It was just this section stamped. So that's where I have these really cool pieces happening. And this was done in the black ink. And then the Orchid Oasis with a little teeny tiny heart stamp from that Stamped with Love. And there's a reason why I have 5, even though I made 6. So this is going to go on with dimensionals. That way our friend here, our critter friend, is preparing mail, because this is Galactic Happy Mail themed, to go out to a friend. So there we go. Cute, eh? So that's that part of the card. Now we're gonna take a moment and do a die cut or two, because they're not done. I thought they might have been, but for some reason I forgot. So we'll put that off to the side in the dimensionals. Clear a little more space. I gotta watch out for the kids, because sometimes die cutting is a bit of a problem in the room. So you get to see some of the action tonight. I'll try to do as much as I can on camera. There we go. I need some plates. So here's my assortment of plates. I know I don't explain it very well on camera, but that's just kind of the mold tonight. So there's the base plate, a thin plate, and then 2 clear that are well loved. So that's kind of the plate system. As I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Alright, so what I gotta pull out here, before I totally forget, is I had stamped ahead of time, which is buried in my pile here, of course, the spaceship and the astronaut in the, as you can see, nice, beautifully done Orchid Oasis. So lay that onto the plates. The first of the clear, the more beat up clear, realistically. I'm gonna pull out the dies, working on it. And then we're going to do the spaceship. And I gotta say, using the right kind of ink on the good quality paper. This was a single stamping with just a good ink on the Stamparatus, and it turned out really, really well. Alright, so those are there. So you can see there's a silvery border. So I'm going to lay this plate on gently, because I'm doing 2 of these at once, and then gently push in, and on the side crank, and grab the handle and turn. And yep, I got stuff falling over in the art room. There we go. They're die cut. Ta-da! So let's take the pieces away. There we go. They're die cut. They're beautiful too. Yeah, I couldn't believe, because lately I've been using a lot of other papers, and the other papers is not the same, obviously not the same quality as our Stampin' Up! White, but I couldn't believe how beautiful that turned out, that stamping. So it's like, yep, kitty, use better stuff. Stop using cheap stuff. And it's just practice a lot of times. that's definitely a lesson for me, is to use better. Okay, so we got those. So die cutting's done. I'm going to put the little dies away here. And that's what these are. Ta-da! I gotta remember how I did this. I have to look at my sample as it falls on the table. Okay, so. Okay, we got this, we got that. Alright, so back to our main thing here. We need two things. We need a planet and this. So I'm just going to use this piece because I'm not sure where all my pieces are. So the planet is going to go on with regular, or not regular, Seal Plus. Nothing fancy. I just want it on the bottom, kind of to the leftist edge. And then this here, this is different white paper. This is the fluid watercolor paper. I did this ahead of time with the black, and then I used the ink and the water painter to put in that Orchid Oasis around, and it turned out quite nicely. And since that day, I'm like, I love this paper. So, and the thing with using a watercolor paper, which I really should use a lot more often, is it really helps hold up to the ink when it's wet and that, versus when you use regular cardstock, it just turns into a wet mess and it curls and it does not hold the wetness very well. So this turned out beautifully, which prompted me to, hey, I have a bunch of watercolor other papers to test out how does this fare up to the others. That way, hey, as I do some practice pieces, I don't have to use up the premium stuff all the time. So I'm just going to cut that little piece off. There we go. So I've got this whole thing for a future later on. But yeah, I couldn't believe, like this is thick. So that was beautiful. So that's going to go on with dimensionals. That way the mailbox is resting on the planet. Yeah, that was something that I'm so glad I picked up. So I definitely highly recommend, if you're doing any watercoloring at all, use watercolor paper. Seriously. Huge game changer. Huge, huge, huge. Alright, so this is going to go resting on our planet. Okay, and then next up, our astronaut friend is going to come in. So we're going to fold the arm over, like so. And the idea is they're glued on to both panels, like so. And that's the vision. So we're going to use seal. And this is a little tricky to work with. So we're going to try our best we can. I'm going to try to get him on there. Fold over. Bring back. And there we go. Might have to kind of tinker with it a little to get a good, nice. But yeah. Yeah, he's going to come up loose from time to time. What might help is a dimensional possibly, but just that whimsical, neatness. But yeah, there we go. So this side is kind of coming along pretty good. Oh, we need our planet. Duh. I forgot. A planet, half a planet, goes up in the top here. There we go. So then we're going to work on this. Yeah, it's a little finicky, but it's still really, really cute. Alright, so the next up, we need a planet again. So we got this little silver sliver here. And I just used the Seal Plus, and I just fold the excess. So I'm going to put the silver sliver, like right there. And then we're going to bring in one of the Just Kidding kids to be jumping on that planet. And this is the Just Kidding DSP that we're talking about. So we had the Stargazing, the Zoo Crew, and the Just Kidding DSP all in one project. It was quite an adventure here designing this. So they're just the Just Kidding kid having a good ball of a time. And then the spaceship shuttle is going to come on here with dimensionals like there. Yeah, this gets a little finicky, but that's okay. But it's the same color ink, but look how well that turned out. I'll show you. I'll try to remember at the end here the original one I did, just to show the difference of the paper. So they're just putting dimensionals on there. Alright, and then shuttle's flying away. There we go. And if you remember earlier, we had a whole bunch of these envelopes. I need 4 more. And this is just scrap paper that I used, nothing fancy. Just to be able to pull off the technique. Alright, so we gotta keep trimming here. And I'm just going to knock off the excess pieces as we go. And I found an extra planet, and that's okay. Which is probably the one I intended originally. Wasn't sure if I knocked a piece of something in there. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one's coming up. There we go. So we got 4 of those. And let's bring in our little planet here. Give that little bit of seal. Fold back the excess. And let's stick that over there. Why not? Give the bottom a little bit of something. Alright, so our little friend here is going to be holding on to her new gift. Trying to get some seal on there. Easier said than done. So that way she's holding an envelope. And then these again with seal. When it wants to cooperate, come on, they're gonna be situated behind the ship. Sorry if I'm slightly off camera. Looks like I got a little bit on the table. There we go. And the last one. And there we go. So it's kind of, yeah, this gets a little finicky, but that's okay. So then lastly, part of the campaign of this project was I needed embellishments. So let's come back to the front for a sec. We're almost done, for real. So I need 2 of these, of the Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And one of these, which is stuck to my finger, is going to go on her envelope. That way to link the story. And then the other one is going to go on our other friend's envelope. Again, to link the story. There we go. So those are those 2 jewels there. Slide that back together here. So now we're good on these for a bit. And then we're going to bring in the Glossy Dots Assortment. Of course, I got to do the purple as a way of connecting all this together. Okay, so I'm going to grab, I've got 3 sizes. I'm going to grab a medium and lay on there. I'm going to grab a little and lay on there. Okay. Just gotta remember how I did it. Alright, so then open up, fix our friend, put a couple there. So let's grab a big one to help connect the dots. Let's grab a medium one. Maybe not there. Come on. Oh, well, it's there. Okay, then let's grab a big one. There we go. And then 2 more. One to go down here to kind of connect the story. And there we go. And that is our card. Cute, eh? Yeah, that part is a little finicky, but oh well. Super, super cute. I will show in a moment all the 3 that I've made, and I am offering up 2 of these as a prize because honestly, I love this card, but I don't need that many. I don't have a lot of kids in my life, so this ain't a bad thing. All right, so this is the original one. Is the original draft. Cute, cute, cute. Cute, cute, cute. So they're all relatively the same. That's the original one. And then this is the one I made on the Zoom call for the team. Cute, cute, cute. And then this is the one we made tonight. So yeah, I'm offering up 2 of these. And yeah, this is adorable. There we go. So lastly, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta stamp the back of these as the final thing. So let's get these prepped. And then we are officially done this card. And I can move on to another cool project. So I'm gonna do Orchid Oasis again with the Stamped with Love and the Stamped Nut name. And I think this one's starting to get a beating. Oh, it's got a little bit of ink on there. Not a lot though. It needs some water, but I'm not pulling out water right now. Yeah, having a really good ink pad makes a huge difference when you're stamping really intricate, like those, like the spaceship and the astronaut. It makes a huge, huge difference. There we go. We're done. All right, friends. Thanks for watching. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We're working on it. We'll see this weekend what the heck it is. And I don't know. Maybe Facebook will just magically start working again. Anyway, any questions, please give me a shout. And congrats to the winners from earlier. And congrats to 2 of our future winners. Because I'll offer up 2 of these. Because they are super, super cute. They're great for kids. They're great for the space fans. And with May the 4th coming up in the near future, they're even great for that too. All right, everyone. Before I go, here's the products list. I'll just recap for a quick moment. The white cardstock, Fresh Freesia Cardstock, Reach for the Stars, Stamps and Dies, Stamped with Love stamps, the Stargazing, the Zoo Crew, the Just Kidding Designer Series papers. I use black ink and Orchid Oasis ink, the fluid watercolor paper, and then the Glossy Dots and the Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And those are all the products I used. Far as I know, they all should still be available, but unfortunately, Stargazing, Zoo Crew, and Just Kiddin are retiring. No! Reach for the Stars is retiring. Stamped with Love is continuing. Alright. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now. Once I find the right button.